Okay, it's Ushma and me, the awesomeness of new, which we haven't done in a little while, but we were just having this most fabulous conversation about the awesomeness of the newing itself all the time, and how, especially today, I've seen so many instances of beliefs that people hold that restrict their limitless becoming, their freedom of movement into the new, and the freedom of movement for all of us into the new. And if I could wave my magic wand and strike one thing from the world, it would be all the beliefs that we hold that limit us. Even those beliefs we think are like the highest beliefs, they limit us in some way. And really, I think for you and I in the awesomeness of new, we're kind of beliefless.
Yeah. Or we try to be, and it's like, and then you might find one, and then you know, and as soon as you release it, it's like the space opens up for you to be so much more. And we've talked about this before, maybe, I'm not sure, but we've been taught that we need to learn from somebody else. So you learn this, and then you learn this, and then you learn this, and it all gets stacked up, and then that turns into your offering for the world, your conglomeration of all of that, and then you kind of morph it into your way of vocalizing that.
Yeah.
And that's not what we're talking about here. You are so much more than all of that knowledge, wherever it came from. And what we're talking about is when you tap into your own unique access to pure creation, and you create from that limitless space with no edges. And by edges, I mean the things that you believe that you've been taught along the way in your life, whatever they may be, and however true, people are like, yeah, but there's evidence for that. And the only reason there's evidence for anything is because you created it. You are the master creator, and whatever you make real through your field gets presented back to you as evidence. That's all it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, yeah. It is like sailing in vast oceans of wonder and possibility and genius expression and boundaryless, I would say. We become boundaryless. And what I've noticed is that every belief, even the best, the highest beliefs, hold a next level trap for us. And I like the term beliefless. I think that's a good term. Because when I discover something new, I'm like a kid in a candy store, like, oh, wow, something new. And then I want to explore that newness beyond until it unfolds into something more. But even at the end of it, I don't end up with another belief.
Yeah.
I end up with the current moment of play and breakthrough. And that will lead me to something else. And that will lead me to something else. And it's limitless in its adventure, I would say. So
exactly. So it's following the energy movement through to its next becoming and its next becoming and its next becoming, not holding it anywhere. So as soon as you label it or give it a belief or whatever that is, you've limited it yourself. Even if it is, I am a limitless creator and that is my belief. Like your body, it's locked you into something. And it doesn't matter how big your belief is. If it locks you in, you're not in that free flow of energy and movement that creates the magic and the miracles and the never before, and is that exhilarating ride that we've been trying to point everybody towards.
Absolutely. And we just did a video on superpowers for our Quantum Groove group. That was so cool, because what lives in everybody, every single person on this planet, are these natural superpowers that got stuffed down somewhere in their journey through life. Somebody said you can't do that, or da 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 da, whatever, and they get stuffed inside. And we were working earlier this evening on the unleashing of us. And I would say, we really kind of stepped into that. Certainly I've unleashed extraordinarily in the last 4 months or so, and you have too. I can see it in some of the people we've been playing with. It's wonderful to see. And what happens when that is what's in the deep core of us, when that awesome mastery and genius and superpowers, they just go burst into the world, then you can do anything. Nothing should limit us as to the possibilities of us in any circumstance, in any way in any teaching. No. It's part of why, for me, I had to stop teaching. I didn't want to say, this is how you do it anymore. I want to say, well, here's a way, here's an approach. How about you? What do you do? And let's play and let's discover and let's co-create. And I really can't any more definitively say, this is how you do it. Because that wouldn't unleash in others their glorious, magnificent, powers and creations.
Yeah, so it's like, what's the world you live in? Is it a world where things work a certain way, and if you learn how things work and you play according to those rules, you get to survive well? Or is it one where anything is possible and each person is uniquely an expression of this divine magic source, God, energy, however you want to define that, and you get to be surprised by everyone you come across, and you get to do it your way, and you get to surprise other people, and you don't need anyone to conform to your way. Like, you get to play in the fullness of everything that wants to be expressed through you. And that's what's important for the year coming up, is like, it's a year of full expression, whatever that looks like, in all its forms.
Yeah, exactly. So us unleashed in genius, mastery, and superpowers. Woo! There's a world. And I think that's exactly what we're moving into. So yeah, brilliant. Love it. Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining us for the awesomeness of new. Have a fabulous, limitless, magical day. Lots of love. Bye.